There's like this scar, this like thing that never quite heals on your soul, your heart. It's like this reminder, you know, of all of that pain. And I think it's important to never forget, you know, what we went through. But it's also important to remember like what we did to pull ourselves up and out of this, man. It came from the inside. It was the people of the city that rebuilt the city. This city was saved by the people of the city, you know. And that's, I'm proud to call myself, you know, a New Orleanian. Preservation Hall is a building in really the heart of the French Quarter. And in the front room, in the gallery space, people come from all over the world to sit in here. Some of the finest musicians on the planet. The idea behind Preservation Hall was to continue the New Orleans musical tradition that was slowly disappearing. And this was all happening during the height of the civil rights movement, when what was taking place at Preservation Hall was illegal. And having blacks and whites playing music together and socializing together was, you know, under Jim Crow laws, forbidden. I was here for Hurricane Katrina. I stayed at my house. And I am to this day, and have always been responsible for a community of musicians. You know, I've always felt like there was something I could offer by being here. And the French Quarter was always that place of refuge, you know, because, you know, you have the St. Louis Cathedral in Jackson Square and Canal Street. So this is considered high ground in the city. It was a feeling of emptiness, this feeling of a city being empty and without resources, and you start to realize, oh my gosh, we are the resource. And that's when, you know, I created the New Orleans Musicians Hurricane Relief Fund. What I recognized very early on is get the musicians back, and then everybody will come back with them. One of our mottos is pass it on. Pass on the knowledge, pass on the information, pass on the traditions, pass on the history. That's our responsibility. Those of us that are here and alive and living in New Orleans, there's a lot of conflicting emotions that we feel about being here, having survived all of this. Because a lot of people didn't, you know? A lot of people didn't make it through the storm. A lot of people didn't make it back to the city. And it's those people that get me out of bed every day. It's like the memory of those people that I do what I do every day, that my family does what we do every day, why we live here in this city that gave us everything, you know, that means the world to us.